was like, what am I going to wear? And I'm like, well, I'll just wear the plaid shirt, I guess.
Well,
you're casual.
Yeah, I am. But I tell you, it's not like we're not at the stage where you have to be like Nelson Mandela and be in a 10 by 12 jail cell for 27 years and break rocks.
Yeah.
We're not at that point. Right now, there's just a little discomfort. And so when I say, for example, if you're a law firm, you saying to, we're going to represent who we want, and we're going to stand up for what we think is our core mission of upholding the law. And maybe we'll lose some business for that, but that's what we believe. That's what's needed. If you're a university president, say, well, you know what? This will hurt if we lose some grant money from the federal government, but that's what endowments are for. Let's see if we can ride this out, because what we're not going to do is compromise our basic academic independence. If you're a business, you say, you know what? We think it's important because of what this country is to hire people from different backgrounds, and we're not going to be bullied into saying that we can only hire people or promote people based on some criteria that's been cooked up by Steve Miller.
Yeah.
We all have this capacity, I think, to take a stand, and ultimately this goes back to something I said earlier about convictions. If convictions don't cost anything, then they're really just kind of fashion. They're not really conviction. And I do think that our generation, yours and mine, Mark, because again, we're about the same age, we were so accustomed to things kind of getting better consistently over our lifetimes. A little less racist, a little less sexist, less homophobic, a little more generous, that it was easy, I think, to say, well, yeah, I'm a progressive, but it didn't really cost us anything. We could take positions on things that we thought were correct.
Yeah.
But they were never really tested.
Right.
And so, well, here's the test. and I think ultimately a lot of people will pass, but I think they haven't realized yet, no, we're being tested right now. I think people, and that includes young people, right? I understand there are consequences to the choices that we're making. If you decide not to vote, that's a consequence. If you are a Hispanic man and you're frustrated about inflation, and so you decided, you know what, all that rhetoric about Trump doesn't matter, I'm just mad about inflation. And now, your sons are being stopped in L.A. because they look Latino.
Maybe incarcerated for a few days. And
maybe, without the ability to call anybody, might just be locked up. Well, that's a test. There's some clarity that's coming about right now that I wish, it'd be great if we weren't tested this way, but you know what? It's we probably need to be shaken out of our complacency anyway.